Strive for improvement, time for the blueprint. Minds to elevate, thrive and demonstrate, planting a movement. Sow the seeds, educate the flourish, building up the team. Our network with purpose, industry is green. We've only scratched the surface, know this call is deep. Nobody gon' outwork us. Yeah, we chasing greatness, trying to give the code. Moving up with patience, foundation stone. Doing what it takes, we're here to break the mold. This for anyone who wanna level up, let's grow.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Plant Movement Podcast. I'm your host, Willie Rodriguez, and I am super duper pumped for this episode. Hold on tight wherever you are listening to us, in your car or working or wherever you're at. Get ready, because we're going to be interviewing a newbie up and coming in the industry. All right, growing native plants down here in Homestead. 23 years old. Firefighter at trade, but now he wants to go and jump into this. All right, his dad's been doing landscaping his whole life, so he's been raised through that entrepreneurship background, landscaping, plants, all of that. And now he's taking it amongst himself to go and become a nurseryman, which you guys that grow product know how intimidating it is. It's one of the most hardest things to do in the green industry because what we grow is alive. At the end of the day, we have Mother Nature. We have freezes, hurricanes, bugs, bacteria, fungus that comes after our product. Then we have to have it ready by a specific time. That way we hope and pray that God sends somebody to purchase it. Because now we got to cut it back. We got to fertilize it again. We got to put more money into the product, all while growing as a human. This episode, I already know, I just feel it. I feel the energy here. We're in the new studio. For you guys watching on YouTube, I'm excited, man. Keith, God bless you, my bro.
Good morning.
Let's go.
Let's do it. This is amazing. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to sell myself and
100%.
show the skills that I have.
Bro, 100%, bro. You don't know what you're gonna do to the youth and the people that are up and coming that want to grow in the industry, because you're ahead of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Even though you might think, oh, I'm super far behind.
Yeah.
I'm a little, tadpole in the pool. You're not, bro. You're a tadpole with legs.
Tadpole with legs. I like it. Well, you got to remember who you're comparing yourself to, right?
Yeah,
a lot of the people you're comparing yourself to aren't people like me. You're comparing yourself to A's Ornamental, to PMP, and all these huge nurseries. And you're competing with a very, very made group. They have acres. They have all this property. They have growers. They have all those things. And you're competing against a group of individuals that have been doing it for years, right? And you're coming into it with a rookie knowledge. And a lot of guys, right? You being an exception, right? Just now, I'm on my way down here, and I'm like, I saw these shade houses. They're brand new. They look great. And I walk up, I'm like, wow, let me see who built this guy, right? I walk into the office. I say, introduce myself. I tell her, hey, who built these for you guys? I would love to get one. Guy shuts me out. He's like, no, I'm not giving away my secrets. Okay, cool. That's great. And I spoke to him about it, too. We were talking about it, and he's like, yeah, but he just shut you out. Like, as a business owner, right? You're not anything now, but imagine 5-10 years from now, right? You're investing in yourself. So 5-10 years from now, imagine where I'm going to be and where he's going to be comparative to what just happened, right? Because now I'm kind of closed off to him, right? Obviously, I'm going to give everybody opportunity, but it's crazy that people just shut you out because of you're a newbie or you're trying to steal secrets. It eventually gets out, you know? It's not something that is like behind closed doors. He's got a 10-foot gate. It's open, you know? Yeah. And they just shut you out. But
it cuts out the opportunities.
Exactly. It cuts out all the opportunity for future businesses. Exactly.
Well, I say you're ahead of the game because you already have some land.
Yeah.
You already have plants growing. You've done multiple crops. You're starting your own propagation house. So you're rolling already. Don't look at the people that are superior to you as competition.
Yeah.
Try to find a way how you can work with them. So how do you work with them? And then people like that, bro, listen, man, I deal with that today. You know, I'll call somebody, I don't say names, big guys, big guys. I call them right to the cell phone because I have the direct line right there.
You go.
Listen, bro, I need help, 8 months later, man, crickets, still no answer, still no text back with what I requested, nothing. So it's like, what do they see in me that intimidates them? Okay. Because it comes down to that.
Yeah.
So you're a big dude. How tall are you? 6'2", 6'3"?
6'1".
You're 6'1".
Yeah.
So you're a tall guy.
Yeah.
So you go to this nursery and there's this little dude there, right? That's been doing it forever. That he had to kill himself
to get there
and to build that shade house. And now you're gonna come and ask him who did it and just show up like that. I think that person should put you under their wing and say, bro, come here. Let me show you my house. Let me show you how it was built.
Yeah.
Because that's what I would do if you came over here.
Yeah.
And I wish I saw more of that. This podcast was very controversial when we first started.
I heard.
Because nobody ever did it. And then we're talking about things that are secretive.
Exactly.
Which there's a lot of still secrets that we have not brought up. But there's a lot of secretive things that we have brought into light. And it upsets a lot of the old school people. But at the end of the day, they need to realize that this is a dying breed. Okay, I've said on other podcasts that I want to say 75-80% of the industry is over 50 years old, meaning owners of businesses. And the land values are so high that a lot of these guys are cashing out. They don't see a reason to keep battling because it is a battle. Like right now we're dealing with immigration and we're dealing with summer slowdowns and we're dealing with all these things that you don't know about that yet.
Oh, I know a little bit about
A little bit.
A little bit. Not enough.
Not enough, but you will. God willing, because that makes you stronger.
Yes.
And it's like I see the youth and all I want to do is pour into you guys.
Yeah.
Because without you guys, then our industry's going to be finished in the next 20, 30 years, which is not what any of us want. Think about the guy that's a landscaper that's just like you, hungry. And he's like, bro, I can't wait, man. The next 20 years, I'm going to kill. I'm going to do all these beautiful landscapings all over the place. Without you, how's he going to do it, right?
Buy it in from either southern of us,
Maybe, who knows, right? But at the end of the day, you gotta just go with it. And you got to learn how to take the punch and still smile and just keep going. Because that's, you're in sales.
Yeah.
Wait till, people screw you over. Wait till some guy says, hey, I'm going to take 1,000, get them ready for me. You get them ready, and then he doesn't come. Wait till the guy says, hey, I'm going to get 1,000 from you. The check's in the mail, and the check never comes. Just wait, bro. It gets more exciting. There's there's a lot of heat in the kitchen. So
we're also glad that, people still want to get into nursery with the way that NR is out here buying things.
Oh, yeah.
Things are looking pretty ugly with
So let's jump into this, because I don't know your whole story. I know that your dad was in landscaping. Your dad still does landscaping today?
Still to this day.
What's the name of his landscape company?
So he has two different ones. We have Croton, and then we have Atlantic Tree Care.
Okay, so he does tree service and then landscape.
Yeah, so we do landscape and tree service.
So he's been doing that your whole life?
My whole life.
Your whole life?
Yeah, so you know how it is, right? You have kids, you know what they do? They come to work with you.
Yes.
So I started in the nursery and landscape industry. Started at the bottom, as usual. I wasn't anything special. My dad's like, you know what? If I started here, you're gonna start here too. So started on weed whacked for years. Then I got to the edger. Then I got to the mower. That was a whole thing. The mower, I broke so many mowers. I've broken so many mowers, so many belts, blades. I had all this different stuff. So you learn to fix things, right? So growing up, you break heads, you break weed eater, you got to carry other stuff on, you got to carry fuel with you. So we're doing the county roadways. Growing up, you're in the sun, you cover up as much as you can. And mind you, when I was like 7, 8 years old, I was as tall as most of these guys that we hire now, because they're not saying they're small, but I was about the same height. I grew up pretty quick. Jumped onto the mower and broke a bunch of stuff. Broke blades, broke motors, broke decks, you name it, right? But in all that, you learn a lot, what not to do. From that, you learn a lot about leadership, right? Because you're in a mower, you're typically driving that truck. You're not going to be out there weed eating, driving a truck, So I was 16, 17 years old, leading a group of guys who didn't speak English. Mind you, I didn't speak Spanish. I had no anything about it, right? I was in high school, not really speaking Spanish, talking to these guys. These guys are 40, 35 years old. And who am I as a 16-year-old kid to come and tell these guys, hey, listen, you're not doing a good enough job. And to them, they hear that as like, that's the boss's kid, get him out of here, So they don't respect you. But where it really comes down to is leadership, like who you are as a person, right? If you're out there showing these guys that you deserve it and you want it bad, they'll jump right behind you. And it's also the exact opposite. If you show you don't want it at all, they're not going to care at all. They're going to do exactly what they want to do, and they'll get out. So that's something that I learned a lot about leadership, being on the mower, learning from my dad. It was a lot, And with everything happening now, immigration, all this stuff, we lost a lot of guys to immigration. A couple of them got picked up. They don't want to work for us. They want to work for somebody else. They want to go home, all this other stuff. It's hard to keep people, right? And in leadership, because if you don't have good leadership, they don't want to work for you. They want to go work for somebody else, or whoever pays more.
They want to see a future.
They want to see how can this benefit me, right? They don't see the investment that you're putting into them.
Well, because it's not, it doesn't benefit them.
It doesn't, right? So that's where a lot of it comes down to is having bad leadership, not enough pay. These guys work for not a lot of money, and they work really hard. It's hard out here in the sun, in the shade. Like they're on the freeway, right? Pretty much. Yeah. They're down. These guys, Miami drivers driving down head over heels. There's 2 mower guys that got hit by cars that died this year.
Wow.
Yeah, just last month.
About that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And they're on the busway doing these county roadways, and they're dying driving a lawnmower. So it's hard. It's hard to get these guys out here to do a good job and appreciate what they do.
Was that your guys or?
Oh,
not our guys. It was somebody else.
Make sure you state that.
Yeah, it's
you know?
it's not our people. We did not have anybody die at the job. It's a hard industry because if you live in Miami, you know these drivers are terrible. They're cutting people off. They're doing things that they shouldn't be doing. They're doing illegal U-turns. They're driving 60 miles an hour over the speed limit. It's crazy.
The thing with Miami, man, is it's a diverse culture that's here, and people come from all over. And I don't know if you've driven in, let's say, Santo Domingo in DR or in PR or in Colombia, or any of these places.
They don't have lines on the road.
Dude, they drive buck wild. So now they come over here
Yeah.
and they're just used to driving like that.
Yeah.
So they might drive calmly for the first week.
Yeah.
But after that,
It's game over. You lost your free trial.
the first guy that cuts them off, that takes them back to how they drove in their country, that's it. There's balls to the wall.
Your
Now
free trial
everybody
is over.
drives like that.
Yeah.
So if you don't drive like that, you're disrespecting the
There.
flow.
Yeah.
You know, you can't drive.
And nothing stops the flow of traffic here. Nothing stops the flow of traffic.
So you're with your dad, you're learning all these different trades, all these different things.
Yeah.
Then you jump in, you graduate high school and you jump into the fire academy?
Exactly what you said. Graduated high school, jumped to the fire academy. So what really drew me to the fire service, a lot of it was when I was a kid. I was in a car fire when I was a kid. I got pulled out. Thankfully, nothing happened.
Wow.
It wasn't very breathtaking at the moment. It wasn't very inspirational to me because I didn't remember, you know. And then the story was told to me when I was in high school when I said, hey, I want to be a firefighter. They told me about it. They're like, listen, you had this experience happen to you. And I was like, oh, wow, that's really eye-opening. You know, I could have died that day and a firefighter saved my life. You know, that was very inspirational. So we're doing the landscape. We got a county contract for Miami-Dade Fire Rescue stations. We did every station from south to north. So me being the crew lead, you know, we drove around, talked to the guys. I have to show up to the station, introduce myself, say, hey, listen, we're here to take care of your stuff. Is there anything particular you guys want? So I'm there, I'm seeing all these guys, and I'm like, dude, they get to work out on shift. They get to chill with the guys. They're out here having a blast. They're playing music, washing trucks.
Well, that's how they're also, but they're also saving lives, man.
They're also saving lives.
Thank you guys for what you do.
Well, we thank you. Well, your support means everything to us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you don't see that side. You know, I only saw that side when I was young. I never had any interaction with anybody, the fire guys, until a little bit older. So I was like, man, these guys living the dream. They get paid to come to work and do like all this cool stuff. They get to do training, and I'll dive into that a little bit later about what I've done to get to here. Mm-hmm. But I got into the fire service. I did fire school, did EMT school, did paramedic school, all back to back to back. And I'm currently a firefighter down in the Keys. So I'm enjoying life. I'm working.
Nice.
And what really drew me to the nursery industry was from firefighting.
1 day on, 2 days
One day
off.
on, 2 days off, right?
Mhm.
So having that, I'm a thumb twiddler. If I'm not doing anything, I'm like, dude, we need to get this going. We need to get something going. So
You're bored.
exactly. So my dad had bought the property that we're at currently on 134 and 232. So I was like, you know what? There's all this wasted space we have here. Let me see what I can start up. So I started a little bit of a nursery thing. He had told me, listen, we're having trouble finding plants, having trouble finding good product, right? And that's a hard thing to do nowadays, is finding good product.
How long ago was that?
2 or 3 years ago, you know, when everything was COVID happened, so everybody shut down. They're like, no, non-essential workers. We're not doing any of this. We're gonna stay on ourselves. So having that, I saw a gap in the market, and I'm like, and my dad is a landscaper, so he's buying plants consistently. You know, we're going out to these nurseries. You see they don't have any product, and you're like, what is going on? You know. So I saw that gap, and I was like, you know what? Let me try and fill this. We have the space. We have the money. I have the time. Let's do it. So I jumped into it, not knowing anything. So you know what happened? I went and bought the wrong material. So get this. The first time I bought ground cover, right? You know what I bought? Shade cloth. Shade cloth. And I put it on the ground, and I thought I was doing such a good job. I had put irrigation in. Nothing was connected. I didn't use primer. I didn't use any of that. So it all went to complete crap. And I was like, gosh, I just spent all this money. I put all this stuff in, and I don't even know what I'm doing. Are you kidding? And it just was really frustrating. So I talked to my dad. He said, listen, you got to listen to me when I talk to you. I'm not speaking anything bad to you. I'm trying to help you out. So I started listening, started calling around, started getting information, started doing research. And that's where it all clicked. Got the right material, got everything going. And I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'm still currently making mistakes. And
you're going to lose, not to cut you off, you're going to lose twice as much as you make.
Exactly.
You remember that?
Lose twice as much as you make.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, and forever.
Oh, forever.
Oh, yeah. The
Forever.
numbers that I produce today, profit-wise for
Yeah.
the business, I've probably lost that to be able to get to that number.
Yeah.
Just because there's so many things that go wrong every day.
So yeah, trucks. Oh,
Just everything.
With
everything.
us, we have equipment breakdown every day, and it costs us money for it to sit there. You know, it's rough. So my mentality is fail faster. right? Being in the fire service, you understand failure is a part of it, and it's a learning process. You have to learn to deal with it, right? So fail faster. If you're going to fail, do it quick, you know, because right now I'm failing on a small scale. Your failures are much larger. They cost you a lot more.
But you're still learning. They feel the same.
They do.
They feel the same.
So it does hurt. Like right now, I shot myself in the foot. That greenhouse I was telling you about. I just got everything up. I paid a couple $100 to get it put on, and I built everything by hand so far. So I bought the greenhouse, did all the labor to get here, and I'm like, somebody had told me, if you don't put the poly on right, you're gonna collapse your greenhouse and you're gonna lose your investment. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna pay a professional to come in to do it. So I paid some guy, and he's like, dude, you want me to put ground cover on the top? Like, because somebody had told me, put shade cloth underneath and it'll protect the poly. I'm like, yeah, bro, do it. How much does it cost me? He's like, nothing, bro.
Shade cloth underneath or ground cover?
So I'll get to that. I put ground cover underneath the poly, not knowing anything. And I had finished it up. I posted it on social media. My buddy, whose dad is a grower, he texts me. He goes, you just goofed up. And I'm like, no, wait, tell me why. So he tells me about the UV rays and how it interacts with the plants and what I want to do. And I was like, gosh. So I call him back. Hey, listen, I don't need the ground cover. Like, can you take it off? You know what they told me? $500. Yep. So, you know, mistakes cost you. But you also learn. For the next one, I won't do it again. And a hurricane will come and whatever, we'll take it off and we'll do it right. So fail faster, learn faster. You know, that's a lot of what we do. You know, making mistakes is important. It teaches us how to do it. And then also employee mistakes, you know, I'm sure you deal with it as well. Having employees fail, it may cost you something, but you're investing in them as an employee. They know not to do that anymore. You know, so it's something that is very important.
It is. So now you're at the point now that you're growing. What are you growing?
So
a few different items?
A few different items. So I'm always consistently trying to start new things, you know. At the place we're at now, the previous owner was a very, very big plant guy, so he's got a lot of different varieties. And that's where I got into the rooted cuttings. So rooted cuttings for me are like the start point.
Are you selling liners?
Selling liners, yeah.
You are selling liners?
Yeah. We don't have a lot right now because we're just doing so the shade house, the greenhouse, is going to be for rooted cuttings.
Your plan with the greenhouse is to start selling liners to the public?
Start selling liners
to the public.
Yeah.
Okay.
So big shout out to you. Thank you so much for hooking me up with Catalina for Planet.
Oh, that's what's up, bro.
She had hooked me up, and she really helped me out. You know, I don't have systems to keep inventory, but I keep a Google spreadsheet, and she just took it and ran with it. She's like, you need to do this. She took care of it all.
Wow.
And I'm so thankful for her. So big shout out to Catalina.
Big shout out to Planet. Guys, Planet for us is a big partner in just what we do, in everything really. We use them daily. We advertise on 2 big platforms.
Yeah.
Plant is one of them, and Plant Finder is the other one. If you're an up-and-coming plant nursery, you definitely need to be on plantant.com. Even if you're an existing nursery, guys, you need to be on plantant.com. And the reason being is because you can literally post up all your inventory on this platform. You only pay per click. So if someone searches for an item within a mile radius of the zip code that they put in, your listing pops up. They click it. Basically, it goes into like a funnel for the month. That's how it works. So let's say a click is 50 cents. It's 50 cents. Wow. For 50 cents, you got to get connected, or someone got to get connected with you, that they won't use Planet again. You won't be paying 50 cents again for that client because they know that you got the product. But it's a definitely plug into the industry. Plant Finder is the other one. But like I said, you got to pay to have your stuff on there. I think you should be on all of them. Gives you more access. Especially now that we're just talking about it real fast. If you're an up-and-coming nursery, the best thing to do is not look at the bigger nurseries as your competition and try to battle with them. It is to find nurseries that can move your product. A lot of nurseries broker, not all of them, but the ones that do, you want them to know you have that. So like any buyers in your neighborhood, in your vicinity, you want them to know, hey, what's up, my dude? You want to be their best friend. What's up, bro? Hey, this is what I got this week. I tell people when they come to pick up checks here, hey, mate, are you sending pictures to the boys, to the dream team? Make sure you're sending pictures to the dream team.
Yeah.
Because it gives the dream team, it lets them know who has what right now.
Yeah.
And then like what I was talking to them yesterday about, I said, I love the fact that people text you pictures because instantly they're going to feel more, what's the word?
They're getting a product image. They're seeing exactly what they're selling.
They're seeing what the person's selling, but that person's already showing up with more respect. It's different than if we reach out to a nursery.
Yeah.
All right, this person wants to sell to us. They want to get in the door. They want to do this. So instantly you're going to be treated completely different.
Yeah.
And those are the people that you want to work with. When it comes to your product, you want to make a better product. How many items are you growing? 3 to 5?
Right now, we're growing about 7 different varieties of plants.
Okay, and you said you want to do more.
Definitely.
Okay.
We want to expand.
Okay, I would do less.
Less. Stick to something and master it.
The 7 items that you grow, are they better than anyone around town? Or you can find them better around town?
I couldn't tell you. Like off the top of my head,
Okay.
I'm growing green buttonwood, cocoa plum, collusia, podocarpus. We have green lepicus and silver buttonwood and crotons.
Okay.
A couple different varieties of crotons. My green buttonwood, they look amazing. You know, for what they are, they did amazing. It took off in like 6 weeks. If you look at the plug photo to now, it's
Different,
crazy.
night and day.
Yeah, and I just found something. I was out there in the nursery this morning checking it out, and one of the green buttonwoods has like a very flat leaf, like the stem. Imagine like a Laffy Taffy type of thing. And I was like, it was 2 branches morphed together into one. And I was like,
That happens.
that is so cool. You know, that these plants can just mutate like that and grow. And they're pretty tall right now. They're in 3 up. We're going to step them up soon. But I couldn't tell you we're any better than anybody else right now. We're still developing systems to make sure our stuff is better.
The reason I say it is because you can get really caught up in, I got to do this, I got to jump on this, I got to jump on this.
Yeah.
And what I have seen, if you want to grow in the wholesale community, okay, if you want to do retail, it's a whole different world. But what I know and I breathe is wholesale. If you want to grow in wholesale, you want to do larger numbers and learn to be the best at that product.
Okay.
Where every grower, every nursery that buys product, they buy your product.
Yeah.
And they fight over you.
I like it.
Yeah, where you have 3 guys at the same time showing up an hour behind each other, and then the second and third guy are upset that the first guy bought everything.
Create a scarcity.
Yeah, so yeah, because that's how do you become an asset?
Yeah.
Think about it. You know, how can you get the nurseries that sell to Home Depot? How can you get them
To buy from you.
You
create a great product and you create scarcity
and then
behind
you
it.
reach out and you say, hey, listen, I'm doing 10,000. What? Yeah, I'm doing 10,000. So now they can count on you for those 10,000.
Okay.
If they wanted to, and they can buy it up. 10,000 for someone might be a lot, but for them, they gotta supply the country, so they're looking for 800,000.
Yeah.
Okay, like legit.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that mentality because
The strategy, right? Like,
Exactly.
there's
I like
guys out here that they do palm trees. They do 10 different varieties of palm trees. They have 50, 60 acres, and their clients aren't even here. They don't even have clients here. They don't do promotion. They don't even have a website. And the nursery's impeccable. And you're like, dude, how does this guy, how did he do this?
Yeah.
And it's because they get connected with people that are way bigger than them.
supplying the
Okay,
entire
so it's
world.
not trying to compete. It's
Yeah.
trying to work with them, become an asset for them, where you become beneficial
Yeah.
to them.
Be beautiful to the industry. Supply.
Yeah. So that's one way of, strategy of doing it, because, when you're here locally,
Yeah.
and that's one thing when I was younger, I would look local. And local's so limiting. It's a bunch of people fighting over what the neighbor did, and they'll see 4 carts of a specific plant, Willie's growing Ratamachera now. Now everybody wants to do Ratamachera. No, for real, dude, that's how it works.
Yeah?
And it's all copycat. At the bottom,
gosh.
think about it, it's all noise, bro. You gotta jump
goodness.
and elevate above the noise where you can see it from a higher picture. And it's like, dude, there's more to this than just running around in a rat
Distance
race.
yourself.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lower my price. I don't want to be in some
Competition.
competition rat race price race. No. These guys that sell to other countries, like other states, New York, stuff like that, even Canada, Cali, they're not competing with anyone here. Everyone's like, oh, that guy's super expensive, you can't go there. Of course, dude. His market's not here. He's selling to New York for $65 when everyone here is competing and killing each other and disrespecting each other for $35. But now that guy's product is untouchable. You can't compare it to a $35 product.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother game.
Because he's perfected the craft.
Yeah, and it's waited longer to grow. He has a whole year to sell it because they only sell, they only ship one time a year. So it's a different ball game. It's not 12 months running around collecting checks. You're in the side of the industry that you can collect checks 12 months a year. These guys don't. They collect them 4 months out of the year.
Okay.
But it takes time to build up that stamina.
Yeah.
Patience, what I told you before we started, patience, my bro, has got to be the biggest thing, man. If you don't have peace and patience, bro, you're not going to make it in this industry.
Yeah.
There's so much, bro. You're going to get hit so many times, dude. Like, I can't even think
And that's what
of how many things, bro. But it builds you, man. It builds your character.
Yeah.
And it makes you unstoppable, man. Like, legit. Like, nothing, like anything can happen today. And then I'm at the point that for me, it's materialistic. And what matters most to me is how I come through for God.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I don't care if a hurricane comes and blows my product away. Of course I care, but I'm not going to let it stop me at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to. There's a lot of dirtiness. You know, we on the podcast, we elevate everybody. You know, we want this to be positive. You know, we want to give back. Yeah. But the reality of entrepreneurship, especially out here, you deal with a lot of dirtiness, a lot of shystiness.
Exactly.
You know, one thing that I do like is we've set a tone where I talk about character, I talk about faith, I talk about discipline, holding people accountable.
Keep the enemy distanced.
Yeah, because it's not about getting every dollar. It's about enjoying your day. It's about knowing that God is in control of that. Yeah. If you give it up to him, at least in my walk, that's how I am. Yeah. And I realize that, you know, like I can be cold calling right now, but that's not what we're doing. Yeah. We're here to do something bigger than cold calling because that's money. Money's not everything, bro. You get me? So how can we go after everything? Doing stuff like this. This goes after everything because this is going to be able to touch people that you can't do with money. Yeah. So
giving back.
Yeah, giving back.
Giving back to the community.
It's different.
Helping the guy behind you.
It's different.
Just like the guy
cut his ties with me because he didn't want to share a little bit of information.
But giving this is you're empowering everybody. You know, this is part of the growth with everybody.
But you know what's dope about that guy? You're gonna grow to see past that guy, in the sense that there's gonna be a time, because you want to stay in this industry. I'm assuming you want to grow in this industry. There's gonna be a time, bro, that God's gonna put you right in front of that man.
And I'll treat him with nothing but respect.
And it's bro.
That's how it is. And that's something that I'm so glad that you did to me, you know, coming in. And I started social media. I really was, you know, just following family and friends, trying to promote my brand and from what I'm doing. And I think there's something beautiful in social media that you can reach people like yourself. You can touch pretty much anybody. And social media is such a vast thing because I don't know too many people who love plants, but there's some people in New York who love to just watch a young kid grow plants. And there's something beautiful. You reach everybody. And you tie into your story and they could relate to it. It's more than just a story. It's reaching out to people, building relationships.
Connection.
Exactly. And they see, and right now, you know, I'm just starting out. So in 5-10 years from now, you're going to be able to scroll back to my Instagram or whatever I'm creating now, and you're going to be able to see the progress. And there's something beautiful like in that. Like how much would you pay to see you 12, 13 years ago, starting into this industry, seeing how you spoke, how you reacted, what you were doing, and you get to look back and like, wow, look at how far I've progressed. Look at how far I've come. And you reflect back on that, and you're like, and you look and you're like, wow, it's how grateful how far you've come. You know?
Yeah. Social media is definitely powerful.
It is.
And it is dope. Document as much as you can, bro. Even the mistakes. If there's one thing I wish I had more of is pictures of and videos of just things that I did incorrect. Today there's a lot of problems that we don't post up. Things that happen. Semis blowing up and lose $100,000 in a day.
Oh, goodness.
Or freezes that happen. You lose $500,000 while your boys want to be roasting marshmallows because it's a cold night in Kendall. Document them, bro. And social media is powerful. For me, I realized that I saw a gap in putting product in people's eyes that was real, because that was the biggest thing in our industry. Is everyone wants a picture. Everybody wants to know what it looks like now. The apps that are out there and the platforms like Planet, like Plant Finder, I think they're great, but I think that they can do a lot better. I think that the industry is ready for more. And the Instagram, the stories were so powerful. I saw just so much ran through my head. And I haven't stopped. I've been doing them for almost 5.5 years or something longer than that, because it gives people a sense of confidence and trust that they see what you're posting, they see what other people are buying. If you notice, we don't post too much of what's available. We post of what's sold already. So that's a strategy in itself. Can we get more? That's why I put how many are available, how tall they are. That's what everyone asks when they call you, right?
Yeah. How tall are they? What do they look like right now?
And how many you got? So that's what I put right there on the side. That's why I put that. Yeah. Eddie told me, dude, you got to put your phone number on the bottom. Yeah. Every post, every story needs to have your phone number, because if they screenshot it or if they saved it, there's no excuse. They know where the number is. Yeah. They know how to contact.
You eliminate any questions they could possibly have. So it's just the sale.
It's execution. Yeah, it's execution.
You're creating systems to make better sales for yourself.
Everything. And better process for the person on the other side. You know, if someone needs 500 for an order and they see that there's 6,000 available, maybe they don't have to trip out and prepay it right now. But if they see that there's only 800 available and they need 600, then it's like, hey, let's get on the ball and call right now. Let's not sleep on it.
And that goes back into, like we were saying, make it easy for people to buy from you.
Make it
Be
easy.
that guy.
Be that guy. But then we tie it into all these other things that we offer, because we're not just a basic nursery. We're a whole lot more than that in the services we provide and everything.
What else do you guys offer? And I'm sure a lot of guys don't know, but he does a lot. And I was sitting here talking to the producer here, and he said we offer a doctor to help you describe what kind of problem plants you're having, what kind of issues. What do you offer? We
offer a full service for landscapers, that we gather everything they need and we take it right to them. So it takes about 50% of the time it takes them to do a whole job, landscape job, from meeting the client to saying thank you to the client. We knock out 50% of that. We gather up the best of the best. If it's not available and people need a meet to spec, we'll grow it for you. We'll have the best grower grow it for you. We'll hold them accountable. We back all that by 100%. Then we have plant logistics, we deliver it. So we deliver everything in-house. The biggest thing with delivery, and I want you guys to listen to this, it's hard to trust people that do deliveries. I can trust a few of them, but not all of them, because some people are out to make it all for themselves. So they'll backstab you to go and try to make $1 today, an extra buck.
What do you mean by that?
So you hire a driver. Okay. I've done this in the past. Hey, bro, I have too many things going on. Can you load for me and deliver it tomorrow? Yeah, the guy, he goes and delivers it. The next day, the person that received the product calls me and says, hey, dude, the guy you sent me told me that he can give me the product cheaper. Things like that. He knows where Willie bought it from.
And that's wholesale from you selling to another.
Yeah, let's say I go and I buy product from you.
Okay.
And I have a client that needs 1,000 of your plants.
Okay.
I send the trucking company to go pick up at your spot. He knows where I bought the product. Yeah. Okay. He knows I paid less. So now when he goes and delivers to my client, he goes and says, hey, bro, listen, this guy paid $2. I can get him for you $1 cheaper. And he'll still make $1 off you because he knows where it's at. Yeah. Right? You might have your stuff on Planet, so it's easy for someone to access.
And he would cut you out of the deal.
He would try to.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So that's stuff I learned early on.
But that's exactly what we were saying. He cuts you out of the deal.
He cut me out of that deal. Yeah. But it all has to do with who's on the other side. Yeah. And it also has to do with how big of an asset you are to that person.
Exactly.
Okay, if you're a big asset to that person, they're going to call you and say, hey, bro, this guy's trying to backstab you. If you're not a big asset, then the guy's going to scoot you to the side, and he's going to go after the money. It all depends who you're dealing with. That's why I like to be very blunt, straightforward with everybody. I've had massive companies call, tell me, yeah, bro, I do $40 million a year. And I tell them, so why are you asking me for credit, bro? Send me 100 bands.
Okay.
Yeah, why are you asking me for terms if you're big papi, big macho?
Papi chulo over here, yeah.
Why? Send me $100,000 and upfront me money. Why don't we do it that way? Since you're the big dog.
Yeah.
So that's why we started doing our own deliveries from, I want to say like 5 years, like 2 years in. We started our own deliveries, hardcore, and then we opened up Plant Logistics because we just had too many trucks and the liability is crazy. One truck gets in an accident, they can come after the assets that are in that business. So separated everything, and then we went public as well, because what we do in-house is very good. Our guys are very good. They're on time, they help unload, they do all these different things. And then we also implemented like GPS tracking where you get a message.
And see exactly where your product's at.
Everything.
It's like Uber.
It's like that. So you know where the truck is. You know who's driving. You can call him. You could text him.
Your plant Uber.
Everything. So it's like, okay, we need to go public because the economy slowed down. So we got to create opportunities for the people that are here.
Yeah.
For my drivers. So if I cannot sell enough product to pump out enough deliveries to keep these guys' paychecks up, then I need to lower my ego and I need to come through for them. Forget about us. Forget about this.
It's their families.
It's about them.
Yeah.
By doing that, now all of the people that use Plant Logistics get that top tier service and confidentiality,
which is amazing.
We show up with Plant Logistics on the side. There's a lot of nurseries that they do delivery and they have their logo, their nursery logo on a 30-foot box truck, massive, so the world can see. I personally see that as selfish.
And why is that?
There's ways to advertise and there's ways not to advertise, because you're going to, let's say, a garden center. If you're doing landscapers, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Advertise all you want. They're not going to care. If the neighbor knows where they got the product, it's actually going to benefit them. Because if you're a good nursery, the homeowner or the contractor can Google you and be like, bro, this is where this guy gets his product. No wonder he does so well. It's a benefit. But now let's say a garden center, someone that's reselling the product that you're taking to them. You show up with this billboard that, hey, look at me. And now all their people that are backstabbers, all their clients are there taking pictures. Mm-hmm. And now you just screwed the guy that is feeding you, bro. And that's not how relationships work.
It doesn't.
So I always had a magnet sign. 2 blocks before, take off the magnet sign. We show up, no sign. Oh, where'd you get the product? I don't know. You got to talk to the office. I train all the drivers. Shh, you better shut up, man. Because it's mafia. You have to walk like that, bro. You have to do this because you have to stay confidential.
Yeah. So confidentiality is very important to you.
Very important, depending on who it is. Yeah. Like I have garden centers that I supply that I will not sell to another garden center within a 10-mile radius.
And why is that?
Because my job isn't to try to make as much money as possible, because that's not what I'm after. Yeah. My job is to stay loyal to my boy that has helped me out and been loyal to me since day one.
So that ties exactly into a question I was asking. How important are relationships to you? And why? And how does it benefit you?
If it wasn't for me looking out for the guy on the other side, I would not be here in the position that I'm in right now.
Exactly.
Straight up. I look out for them more than anything.
Yeah.
For real. Always put yourself last. Yeah. And, respectable last. Let's just say that. Yeah. But relationships mean anything, man. Like, I want my boys to do fire, man. We've had opportunities, and I have them today. And my guys have them today. The people that buy from us. I'll hold product for them, dude. If there's a shortage of product around town, I'll go buy everything. Okay? I'll do it with a handshake. I'll do it with money. I'll do it with an IOU. I'll do it with pots. I'll do it with soil, with fertilizer.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing is I'm locking up the market on specific things, letting them grow to where everyone's fighting over the little plant without roots. I already have all these other ones growing that you can't touch. Sorry. And then I get to pick who I want to sell them to, because I'm at a point that, depending on what it is and depending on what time of year it is, I have options. I have more purchasers than I have product. Yeah. So like my garden centers or my landscapers that are loyal to me, for you boys that are listening, I will only sell it to them.
Yeah.
So what happens? A garden center that, let's say everyone has a Xanadu that's 6 inches, and now I have these Xanadus that I held for 3 months. Yes, I could have flipped them faster. I could have made more money. But remember, I'm not here for the bread anymore.
Yeah.
So now I'm taking them a 14-inch tall Xanadu.
Giving them a
that's
better product.
18-inch wide.
Yeah.
Okay. They're going to pay a little bit more. But they have something that no one else has. Now they're monopolizing their area. They're controlling it. And that's just one item. But let's say we do it with 50 items at the same time. So now their whole garden center looks completely different.
Fabulous.
Than anyone else's.
Yeah.
So what has happened is there's been garden centers in the area. They'll call me with different voices.
with the chat AI
I'm
stuff.
like, come on, bro. I can't, bro. I'm sorry, man. I love you, man. Thank you. But I can't sell to you. What happens is those people it's happened. They've gone out of business, and the garden center I supplies goes and buys them. This is real legit.
But that's amazing for you.
It's amazing for me, but it's better for them. It's amazing for them.
It is.
Because at the end of the day, you want to build confidence in the people that buy from you.
You want them to know
that, bro. You want them to know that with you, this is what I can get done, and I can have Willie execute this. It's fire. The confidentiality. I have garden centers that we do complete orders for their landscape companies that buy from them, and we ship it directly to their client. They don't do anything.
So
they get an order.
It takes a lot off their plate.
It takes it all off their plate. So they can make 30 to 50% margins. They don't have to do anything.
Because they don't have to send anybody to come pick anything up.
They don't have to
drive there.
Nothing. They don't have to locate nothing. They're getting the best product, the best everything. All they got to do is approve an estimate. That's what relationships do. You can't do that if you have a big billboard and you want everything for yourself.
Yeah.
Just like names on pots. I'm going to just say this. A big no-no. Names on pots. Yeah. Our boy he does growing bag, which are the green bags. I don't know if you've seen them.
I've seen them.
Great product. I'm not knocking his product.
Yeah.
They have a service that they can put your name on the side of the bag. Don't do it. Don't do it.
And why is that?
Because it goes back to confidentiality. Your plant that you're growing remember, you're selling to people that resell You're not just selling to a landscaper.
Yeah, you're selling wholesale.
You're selling wholesale as well. You're touching all these different markets. So you're going to limit yourself, bro.
Yeah.
I buy today from people that have that bag if no one else has a product that's better than theirs. So if I have to get their product, I ask them to cut it off their own bag.
Because of that's how important confidence is.
100%. Because if the person I'm selling to finds out where I bought it from, they're going to want to do something incorrect.
And stab you.
And I don't want them to fail, bro. Because if they stab me in the back, they lost all trust from me, bro.
Exactly.
And when you lose my trust, that's it, bro. All the doors close.
Trust is very important.
And I know I have a lot of doors.
Yeah.
So I don't even want them to, I don't want them to sin, bro.
You're not even giving them the opportunity to
I don't
sin.
want them to.
I like that.
I don't want them to. I'm looking out for them. So that's one, and tagging tape is another one.
Not do it, just you wouldn't do it.
I would not do it. And I suggest if you want to have all your opportunities available to you, I would not do it.
Yeah.
Same thing with the tagging tape. The tagging tape. Why do you put your name on the tagging tape? It's a selfish way of advertising.
Yeah.
Oh, because it looks cool. Cool, bro. Go put your logo, go get a sticker and put it on your wife's car. Go for real. Go get a tattoo on your back of your logo. Don't put it on a tagging tape because you don't know who's buying that product. You don't know where it's going to go. You don't know how it can hurt you. Can it bring more opportunities? Yes. But can it also close opportunities? Yes. And since it can close opportunities, I'd rather not do it.
Yeah.
Go put your name on the billboard on all the expressways. No. On all the expressways.
Okay. Like where the...
Not on your trucks. If you want to show out, you want to do it big, go put your stuff on billboards on the side of US 1, on the side of the turnpike.
Yeah.
Go do something big. That's just talking about that.
I like that.
There's ways to move and ways not to. And you find it out when you try to make a move a specific way and then you get burned or something doesn't go the way you thought. I don't know. You got to look out for your client, man.
Yeah.
Like I said again, I'm here because I've looked out for my clients.
Yeah.
I've looked out for other people.
Yeah.
I'm not looking out for me. Yeah. I know that by looking out for them, I'll get something at the end. It might not be today, but I know it will.
And that's something that a lot of people my age don't realize, that relationships are important. Being loyal to your customers or to your suppliers as well is very important, because my dad has turned down jobs, turned down contracts from other people because that was his buddies doing it, you know. Mm-hmm. And in the long run, it gets you more.
It does.
It does. Being loyal to your community. At the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing. We're growing plants. We're trying to sell to people. We're selling to the same market. There's enough room for all of us to grow. And there's something about being loyal to a group of individuals that are better than you and learning from them. That's super important.
It does. It is. I see it as, bro, I see it as society has us all chasing money.
Yeah.
And money, as we know, is the root of all evil.
It is.
Money is limiting. It's only one thing. How do you get it all?
You don't.
No, you can.
You can never be the richest man in the world.
No, not all the money, but how can you get everything out of life? All the full fulfillment.
Jesus.
That's one thing. How do you get it here on earth? It's by not just looking at money and putting it on a pedestal. It's putting relationships, loyalty, all these other things, putting others before you, serving, because that's, at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do.
Being a servant. So how can you be a servant when you're only looking out for yourself? Yeah.
That's why I see a lot of people crash, and they don't understand that it has to do with their perspective on money. I need money. No, you don't, bro. You need to build character.
Yeah, because people do dirty things
for money. Yeah.
Dirty things, bro. And I'm telling you this, bro, because I want to see you shine. I want you to call me and be like, Willie, bro, I'm looking at this 5-acre property.
I'm excited.
And not only him, everybody that's listening.
Everyone that's listening. Yeah, like you need a cheerleader. I'm your cheerleader. I'll cheerlead for you. We'll cheerlead for you. Yeah, because that's the one thing. You're coming up, and who's gonna help you? Who wants you to succeed? The guy that saw you when you walked in, he's like, bro, this is the guy that's growing the green butternut, bro. He's gonna take all my clients.
Like I told him, the better he does, the better everybody does. Because then you could go buy the product from him.
100%.
That's what I was saying. I was gonna get into that just now. Is that you cheerleading for me? You know, not having any, like, mind you, I have very little success in this industry. Having you as a cheerleader right now.
At the moment, right?
At the moment. We're never going to be competitors. I promise you.
No,
very little success at the moment.
Brother.
Little success at the moment.
Brother, I go give hugs to the guys that would be classified as competitors, which they're way bigger than me.
Yeah.
And we don't even talk about that, bro. It's all love.
Yeah.
We're touching different things, and at the end of the day, we're in an industry together.
Yeah.
They buy from me, I buy from them.
It's symbiotic.
It's about your relationship with your client. Your client knows that they can go buy it over there, or that they can get it from Johnny
Cheaper.
or they can go on Facebook Marketplace and they can deal with that rat race.
Oh, that race is
A whole
race.
bad. Yeah, because you're dealing with a bunch of wildness. It's like Miami traffic, Facebook Marketplace.
It's unregulated.
Yeah. So it comes down to what you can do and who you are. I'm telling you, that right there goes a long, long way.
And that's what somebody told me. My dad has a lot of friends in business who do different types of things. Some do rock, some do plants, some do palm trees. And seeing that these guys are loyal to each other. And they're not buying from them because they're cheapest or they have the best product. They're buying from them because they're really good at their job. They're loyal to their friends. And it helps them in the long run.
Yeah.
You have connections you can just call and say, listen, I'm going to buy and I need a pinch. I need this. And they're more likely to help you, right? People buy from who they like rather than the price.
Yeah, 100%. And we are living advocates of that. And I'll just say it. I've said it before on podcasts. I've had people say, and our word on the street is we're expensive. But it comes down to the value.
Yeah.
You know, we're more money because we offer a lot more. Tell me what other questions. You have some questions here.
We got some questions here from the young guy, right? So and we spoke about this already, but how important is faith to you?
Oh, man. You really want to talk about that? Let's go.
Let's do it.
I talk a lot about move by faith, not by sight. Finding lack and fulfilling with abundance. Dude, faith to me is everything, man. There's so many things. There's so many trials. And you're going to be put against things that you're against the wall. There's nowhere to look but up.
God tests you.
And it's God testing you. It's also the enemy throwing crazy jabs at you. But God grabs the dagger and he makes a sword out of all the daggers they threw at you.
And gives it back to you.
And now he gives you a massive sword.
Yeah. He prepares you.
Prepares you. Faith to me is everything, bro. I move by faith, bro. I do a lot of things that don't make sense. Yeah. Like hiring somebody, I ask them instantly. The first thing I ask them, do you believe in God? They might not have the same walk as me. That's fine, bro. But if you believe that there is a God out there, that's all I need from you, bro, because now I can hold you accountable. Now I can come from a place of love, right? Because Jesus is love. So how do I attract people to Jesus? By loving you, giving you opportunities, treating you like a human.
Yeah.
They tell me, yes, I believe in God. Perfect, bro. Listen, I want you to know that I prayed for you. And they look at me. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I asked God to bring somebody to fulfill this position. And you're the person that showed up today looking for it. I said, did you pray for an opportunity? And they look at me, bro, and this is...
baffled.
Bro.
God works in mysterious ways.
This is grown men crying, filled with tattoos, that have had rough lives. I don't care about none of that, man. I don't need your resume. All I need to know is that you're ready. That's it. I give these big guys an opportunity. I'll give them keys to a $80,000 truck, filled with product that they got to be in 5-6 hours away by 7 a.m. And that's it, man. Most of these guys, their lives turn around, and that's what faith does. Yeah. It's trusting in something that's bigger than yourself, man, and knowing that if you shine the light of God, that it's okay, bro. Like, people have screwed me over. I recently had to let go of somebody that I found out after that has been doing nothing but dirt. It all comes out, man. Hard. It's not. It's hard. You know what? It's hard for me today. It's not hard that they've been screwing me for all this time. It's hard that they fell short. Okay.
I like that mentality.
It's hard for me that I poured into this individual.
Yeah.
I can keep loving them.
Okay.
But I can't let them in my circle no more.
No.
But I will always love them. I will always give them a hug at the gas station. That's what's going to kill them more than anything.
Yeah. Kill them with kindness.
It's the fact that all of what I wanted for this individual and everything that I poured into this individual, they dumped it out.
Yeah.
For other things, greed, money, trying to come up. There's ways to come up, bro. You know, so it's things like that. But faith to me, bro, moves all the mountains. Yeah. Trust me, bro, I have testimonies that I'm not going to sit here on this podcast and talk about it, but I'm talking about testimonies that are wild. Yeah. And it only happens based off faith. Yeah.
And those experiences helped you get where you are now. It shaped you into the person you are.
100%. I do things now knowing that I leave the ball in God's court.
And he'll move you in mysterious ways.
I throw the ball over there and I go do what he needs me to do. Because I can't be worried about things that I can't control. So I go do what I can control right now. Yeah. And while I'm doing that, he's making moves. Remember, we're a part of a bigger puzzle, man. Yeah. You're never in charge of your whole puzzle. You're never going to be in charge of your whole puzzle. Remember, your plants are alive. There's Mother Nature. There's all these things. Supposedly, this year, we're supposed to get a lot of hurricanes brewing out there.
There was one that
just came by. That passed us. It hit cornered Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Category 5, bro.
Yeah.
A Category 5 here, it's game over.
Destroyers.
It's game over.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? What do you think? What do you do? You hold your plants in your bathroom?
Nothing.
You can't do nothing. You can have insurance, man.
Yeah.
Which for you guys listening, if you're an insurance company, please come on the podcast. I would love to talk to you in regards to crop insurance. But crop insurance, here's another thing. You don't get paid out for a long time. And then you got to have receipts for everything. And then depending on what you got, what kind of insurance, you got to lose like almost everything if you got like a cheaper one to be able to collect. And then they only give you the money to do it again. They don't give you the value of it. So it's like, okay, why have insurance?
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of things, a lot of gray areas. That's why I would want somebody to come on. There's no guarantee, bro. There's only guarantee. You want to know what the guarantee is? That God is everything for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to stand up in the morning and I'm going to go and I'm going to say, hey, Lord, I'm here for you. Put me where you need me. Let me shine your light. Every day I have to tell myself this, right? Because I'm flesh, bro. And we live in a sinful world.
Yes.
So I got to remind myself that. And I ground myself in that. And then I'm ready. That's how I'm here with you. That's how I'm here with
so
whoever comes.
Yeah.
Somebody comes and I'm going to give them, they need 30 minutes of my time and I see that that's where I'm supposed to be. Yeah. I don't care what I got going on. I'm going to be 30 minutes with that person.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter.
It's okay, bro. It's okay. But I'm at a point where I can because there's people in place that God has put on.
Yeah.
All right. To create opportunities, to hold them accountable so they can grow.
For you.
Not for me. For what God wants this place to do. All right?
He gives you the opportunity to move in different ways and to shine his
because of what has happened.
Exactly.
But you got to go through all of the steps and all the growing things.
The trials and tribulations.
To be able to go. And this can change. Tomorrow, God can say, hey, I need you here early in the morning. Your whole schedule's blown up, a bomb, and this is what I need you to do. Yeah. You got to be on a truck. You got to load trucks. You got to plant plants. And, dude, I'm ready. I told my wife, we waited a long time to get a second home, like the next home. Yeah. Because the first home was great until we had too many kids. So the next home, I have 3 kids. The next home, I told her, honey, today we're here. But tomorrow we can be in a bigger one. Or tomorrow we can be in a trailer at the farm. Just be ready. But she's my ride or die.
And you'd be happy anyway.
Oh, 100%. Of course, because my job is different today.
And that speaks more about your personality than anything.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are attached to materialistic, to certain things. Like if you
they haven't been humbled.
If you strip away a lot of what people have, like if you take away the car they drive, if you take away the clothes they wear,
it's the end of the world.
The haircut that they get every week, the eyebrows, the nails, you really strip people down to what they are rather than who they present themselves to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's something that's important. And if you see somebody at their rock bottom, like right now, I'm not super successful, right? But I drive a nice car. I have a nice place to live in. And you could strip all that away from me tomorrow. I'm still going to get up at 4 a.m. I'm going to get my workout in. And I'm going to show up for where I need to be. And that says a lot about who you are.
That's it. And no matter what's going on in life. Yeah. You have a girlfriend?
I do.
You do?
I do.
How long?
4 years.
4 years. Congrats, my bro.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been with my girlfriend. Her name is Jaylene. We've been together since high school.
Fire.
She was my high school sweetheart.
Yeah,
so
that's my wife.
It's something beautiful. She's in law school right now.
Okay.
Chasing her dream. She helped me chase my dream to be a fireman, and she supported me throughout it, and it was amazing. You know, she's always been my rock, and that's something grateful that you have. You know, have somebody behind you. It really lets you go out there and chase something really hard.
Yeah, you stay focused on your goal, and you're not. Remember, lust is super powerful.
It is.
And when you have, your girl, which hopefully one day she becomes your wife. When you have your girl, it keeps you, it keeps you, I'm not going to say it keeps you away from lust because it doesn't. If anything, it's more tempting. But it keeps you away from running around and looking for this chick and, I want to get this chick over here and let's go out to the club and let's go here, let's go out there. Because we're in Miami. So you can get caught up real fast over here.
And that's something that I enjoy, that, having a girlfriend, it keeps me at home and it keeps me more focused on the goal that I want to do. Right? God steers you in the direction.
The word is future.
The future.
Yeah. Similar story. I've been with my girl for, 19 years almost. High school sweethearts.
Congratulations.
Thank you. 11th grade. We're both in 11th grade at the end of the 11th grade, and that was the first time we connected. And it's been, home run derby ever since. And for me, dude, it kept me super grounded on thinking about the future. Yeah. Because this is a very long play industry. If you want to make all this money tomorrow, it ain't gonna happen, bro. it's going to take years. You know, projection wise, it just takes years to be able to execute things. And that's why I said patience is very valuable in this industry.
It's a virtue.
It's a virtue. But if you have a girl with you, now you're thinking real far into the future. And then she wants kids and a family and all these things that we have to prepare for.
Provide. Be as a man, be a provider.
So it helps you get there.
It does. It does. And a lot of kids my age, you know, if you look at 22, 23-year-olds fresh out of college, they've had this experience. And I never went to college. I went to fire school, and that is a trade school, so I never went to college. But I feel like a lot of the kids that go to college, and I'm not knocking college. College is an amazing thing. If you need to go to get the degree you want, go get it.
Mm-hmm.
But it changes who you are as a person. You're not around people who want the best for you. You're around people who want to get you drunk, take you to parties, and spoil your life with these alcoholism and these drug addictions that possibly could happen. So I feel like the best thing I did was not go. Keep myself away from those temptations. A lot of what you have to do is limit your distractions, right? Being on the phone too much, drinking, smoking, doing drugs. All that I feel like has made me a better person by not having a girlfriend telling you, hey, listen, you don't need to be doing all that. You know, you can
hold you accountable.
You can, and she's an amazing man. She holds you accountable.
A good woman will call you out,
and she does, man. And we have an amazing relationship. She helps me do better every day. You know,
also the people that you allow in your life.
Like
influence.
Exactly.
That's a really big thing. Your influences.
Yeah. And influences are a huge thing in today's world. Who you surround yourself around, right?
Yeah. And you have a good mentor to your dad.
Yeah, exactly. My dad is a great mentor. He's a hardworking man. He's done nothing but provide for us. I wrestled throughout high school. I wrestled for South Day Senior High School. Shout out Coach Balmaceda and Coach Duck. They really formed me into the person I am today, developing a hard work ethic, developing integrity, being a leader. Was the team captain my senior year. And you know, South Dade heathens, man, they're hard to be around. But as a leader, you know, growing up in the landscape industry, not being around people who didn't respect me to lead, it teaches you a lot.
And you have a lot more of that as it goes. You're going to be put in positions.
And you're a special breed too, because you're like an old soul. You know, you're settled from young.
Yeah.
And you're motivated for more. You're not trying to be caught up.
You're in a different. You're different than the other kids in your generation.
And they'll get there. They will. I feel like a lot of what I've done and how far I've come as a person is because of my family, because of the trials and tribulations I've been through, because of the daggers that God has thrown at me. It tests you as a person, and he doesn't call the prepared, he prepares the called. And this is what it is. He's preparing me, you know, for better, for a future.
What do you see for your, where do you want to be as Howard and Sons Nursery?
Yeah.
What are you striving to get to in the next 3 to 5 years?
It's not about what do I want Howard Son to be. It's what can it do for people around me? What can it do in my life to make sure I'm there for the people I need, to supply the people who need it, to provide jobs, to provide income, to provide a stable place to work for the people. Because Howard and Son Farms, A's Ornamental could be gone tomorrow, and it wouldn't matter to you. I mean, it would matter to you, but God puts you in places to provide for people, right? Be a ray of sunshine. So it's not about Howard and Son Farms.
You want this to build you to become a leader.
Yes, it does.
And you want to give back.
I want to give back to my community.
Yeah. Well,
people around.
No, it is family. It is family, and family's first, and you provide for your family, but it can get to the point where your family's good. Your family's good, and now it's everyone else.
Because I already have a career. This is just extra for me. This is something that I'm living in abundance with, and God has blessed me with the time to do this, right? So living in abundance doesn't mean, you know, having excess material. It means having excess time, right? And that's something that a lot of people in today's world don't understand is you're like for a regular job, right? You're gonna show up at 7, they leave 4 or 5 o'clock. I don't like trading my time for money. I don't like it. And a lot of people may be different. You know, they may go to a law job or these big material companies and they make a great amount of money, but they're always at work. Mentally, they're at work. They're never able to turn it off. And that's something I don't want to do. I want to be able to be home, and I want to talk to my wife or my lady or my kids and be there. You know, show up to a wrestling match at 8:30 at night and not have to worry about being at work tomorrow at 7:30. You know, and that's something that the nursery industry does, right? You're not limited on time. You're limited by how much product you have, how many customers you can achieve. You know, it's not about Howard and Son Farms. It's about providing, being there for your family. You know, having these extra things. You know, and I have a career. I have an abundant career. I have a pension. I don't have to worry about money. It's more about what I am as a person, developing relationships providing for my dad, He has a lot of space. He doesn't have the mental brain power, right? He's already focused on 19 different things. He doesn't have time to think about the property management or if the grass got mowed or if the mail got taken in. That's something I can take off his plate now as a young guy. So
You feel you owe your dad a lot?
I owe my dad everything.
Are you his firstborn?
I am not. I'm his middle son. My brother, Kenneth, is his firstborn. He's leading the Arbor Division.
Fire.
So my dad has trained us to be instruments for him to use, right? And it doesn't mean superficially instruments. It means he's providing a career for us. He provided a path that we could follow.
Opportunities.
Yeah. Right. So opportunity to everything. So I'm the second born. I'm a middle child. I have a younger sister named Elizabeth.
And he didn't lock you in, like you were able to become a fireman.
He actually really pushed me to be a fireman. He pushed us to have a career. He tells me every day, business is so hard. I'm so stressed out. I'm so overwhelmed a lot of the time.
Wow.
That it's overwhelming. And I'm sure you've had times and tribulations for yourself where you realize, like, man, this is hard. Like, so we're not going to go into politics, right?
No, yeah.
We're not going to go into politics, but we'll go into some reaction from what's happening. The county contracts, right? Donald Trump shut down a lot of the county funding, right?
Okay.
So that put us in a hard spot. We do a lot of the county roadways, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue Stations, all these different county contracts. They shut a lot of them down, a lot of them. So that means that my dad's company had to take a lot of that back, right? We had to cover costs. We had to cover payroll. There's been weeks in these past few months where we had to cover payroll out of our own salary, out of our own pockets to pay for people's families, And this is where God prepares the call. This is something that he's learning. We're going to learn to move through this. And that's something a lot of people weren't able to do, And I'm blessed and grateful that we still have the farm. We still have what we have. And a lot of companies didn't make it through this. It's hard, these county contracts got pulled. They're not paying, It's a lot more than just that. It's that now we have to come out of our payroll, and we had to lay some guys off, trim the fat, if you may say. But this is a blessing because we've trimmed the fat. Now we're an effective team, and we're an effective tool that everybody's useful. You have no waste, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
You have a lean cut of meat.
Yeah, no, trust me, bro. The industry, they relate to that.
Yes,
because the industry has slowed down big time, and then you tie in immigration, which for nurseries, the construction, landscape are the two industries that have been hit the hardest with immigration. So it has slowed down the growth for the nurseries. It's slowed down sales. And then when you have, let's say, I call it when you're ready for war and you have all this equipment to go to war and now there's no war, somebody's funding all of that to keep it, there for when war comes. But what happens if war doesn't come right now? So we're all in that same state. I can relate to your dad big time. Payroll and a whole lot of other things that don't show up and it doesn't meet, it doesn't come in. Yeah. So you have to definitely dip into your pockets. That's why I say assets are the biggest thing. Okay, cash flow is you cannot rely on cash flow. You cannot rely on just your inventory.
Yeah.
You need
invest
to get
in yourself.
Invest in yourself, but you need to get to the point where you can back up your business with money from outside. And the only way you can do that is by having an asset that is paid for. Don't listen to what you hear online where you go and you buy one and then get the equity and buy another one, get the equity and buy another one, because you own nothing. And you can't pull out a loan at all.
Because you're already overstretched.
You're super stretched. Yeah. So the idea is because we're agriculture, so it's harder for us to get money. So the way that I learned to do it was buy a piece of property and pay it off as fast as possible.
Yeah, Dave Ramsey style.
Kind of. I agree with some of his stuff, but not everything. Yeah. Because it limits us as business owners. So, but I love his stuff. Once you pay that off, you're showing the bank that you fought to pay that off. Yeah. The lenders that will lend you now are not the big banks. It's the farm credit, farm credit, and then also now you tap into private equity. So let's say private lending. Mm-hmm. So let's say I'm an investor and you need $100,000 and you have a paid off property that's worth $250,000. Okay, you give me, now I'm the lien holder. You give me the deed. You're gonna pay me the $100,000 back in 3 years. You're gonna pay me 10% interest, and now I give you the money.
Yeah.
So now you tap into that. If you do not have a paid off asset, you cannot touch that. So now you have to please to Chase and please to Bank of America, and they don't lend on vacant land. So what are you doing?
On a hope and a prayer.
And watch out.
Yeah. Because you're going to get scammed.
Yeah. So I realized that I had to have a paid off asset. So once I learned that, it really did work in my favor.
Yeah.
It was very easy to get money. So if I wanted to go set up another 5 acres and I didn't have all the money to do so, or let's say I had the money but I didn't want to dip in and go to zero,
Yeah.
I can go get a loan against this property, and now I can go get that other property and I can fill it up with the money from this one.
Yeah.
And I still have all my money. And if I need to touch it, I touch it.
Yeah.
You know?
It gives you wiggle room to move around.
It gives you a lot of wiggle room.
Yeah.
But you have to be patient, and you have to do the things that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
You know? Because it's not go out and buy the nice things. It's not go do none of that crap. The influence in the world wants you to do. It is, this is what I need to do to better my life in my future. That's why it's great to have a chick.
Yeah.
Yes. And look very far ahead, because that's the only way you're going to get there, man.
Yeah.
You got to play like the guy that's 10 years from now. You got to walk like Keith at 30.
Yeah.
How do you walk like that?
Exactly. And that's something that, you can only learn from time, and you can take from mentors. Like where I currently work, I'm a firefighter. So I go to station and I'm talking to guys 40, 55 years old, 30, who have already been where I am. And a lot of guys my age don't take advice because like, that guy, take
all
advice.
the guys that are 40, I get to talk to them, and they're always telling me,
I wish
these young
guys
these guys think that they know what's up. They don't know anything. I'll chew them alive.
Yeah.
And it's true.
It is. So you learn by experience and failure, and you can take a lot from people around you by like, I wasn't investing enough into my 401k. Baller. You telling me that all I gotta do is this, and I can make myself a better person? I'll do it.
Done.
Yeah. So taking advice from people around you is important, and that's something that I was gonna ask you about. Is not how do you do it now? How did you do it 10 years ago? Because the person you are now isn't the person you were 10 years ago. You're not in the same spot I am. Right? You're in a much better place. How did you become where you are now from where I am?
In what sense?
How did you scale your business from where I'm at, right, 2-3 acres, to this 80-acre farm that you have, or 100-acre farm that you have? And how did you develop systems to put people in place that help you do exactly what you do?
Well, it starts off with creating a demand and having more clients and inventory.
Having more clients and inventory.
Having not enough time to execute what you need, which creates opportunity to hire people. Growing a fire product or knowing where the fire product is creates opportunities for you to sell it. A lot of it is the money that you make, already have it spent.
Yeah.
I have all the money spent for the next 5 years.
And how did you do that?
By knowing where it's going to go. Or if I don't know where it's going to go, it's in a category that it's going to go into this one day.
So you have like a set budget in your brain, or you have it written down?
No, I don't write none of that stuff down.
Yeah.
Because you can't write it down, because then you don't hit it and it discourages you.
Yeah.
So it's like the money that I'm going to make this year is already spent on paying down the new property that I got into. So basically I got into 20 more acres.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. So that costs $1 million out of pocket.
That's vacant land.
Vacant land. After getting it all, because I was able to get it with an asset. I didn't have to buy it with cash.
That's amazing.
So I took a paid off asset, and I got to help out my boy at 10%. He gave me the money to go buy it. So I'm zero money out of pocket. Now it's a mill to fill up. So I've been filling it up over the past 2 years. So profits, right, go towards that. So now everything on the ground is paid for. So I don't owe nobody none of that stuff.
Yeah.
Pot, soil, fertilizer, irrigation, ground cover, none of that. And then now I know that in the next 5 years, it's going to take to pay that off on its own. But I can do it faster if I take all my profits and just dump. It's creating, it's basically getting into the quicksand and then fighting your way out. I'm a fighter. So if
that
you
motivator.
if you don't dive in, you're not gonna do it. Like if you touch your tippy toe in the water, it's gonna be too cold.
Yeah.
And it's very scary. Like everything, the way the economy was when I got that property, and the same with all the properties, it's always been scary, man.
Yeah.
But it's a sense of what makes sense, what is aligning. Wow, everything's working out in my favor. God, what do you want me to do? This is real? All right, we're gonna keep going. So even though there's bombs dropping all around you, it's everything for that specific thing. It's happening like it's meant to happen.
Being
right?
strategic, like we said, setting yourself up to move in one direction.
Yeah. So now it's not go and buy another one, because there's been a lot of properties presented to me after.
I heard.
And I can't. No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. Hey, thank you, bro, but I can't, because I'm focused on that. But basically, it's live way below your means. I remember telling one of my boys, I'm like, man, when I make $100,000,
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna
this.
do a party. And I had already, when I told him that, I was like 5 years ago, I made $100,000. Like profit, let's say. It's living very below your means. Like, can you do $100,000 a month, take home? What are you gonna do with $100,000? Like, do you really need $100,000? So what do you need? 5 G's. So if I make 100 bands profit that I can take home, and I only live on 5, I have 95,000 a month that I can go and dump into something to grow. And that's how it is, bro.
So,
at the end of the day, that's how it works.
Exactly. So it's not looking rich; it's about being rich.
Bro, it's about, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't even feel rich, bro.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying, is living below your means for so long.
Yeah.
I do it currently. I live way below my means. I have one truck payment.
Mm-hmm.
I live in a trailer pretty much.
Okay.
And I built it out when I was 18 years old, and I've been living there on my own
Mm-hmm.
ever since. Living below your means is an excessive nature, helps you build for later, because you don't value these Louis Vuitton, these
No.
Rolexes,
That's
all
garbage.
that. It's all garbage.
The biggest thing, bro, is know how to become a very savvy, fast investor. Like, fast. Like,
scary fast.
yeah, that's the fastest thing. I get money, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Where can I put it? Like, literally, I don't want money in my bank.
Yeah.
I don't want it in a savings account. I have grown to have a safety net.
Yeah.
Okay, but my real safety net is my paid off assets, because there will always be someone that will be interested in loaning you money for half of the value of a piece of real estate, because you can't duplicate that.
You can. God's
So,
not making more land.
If there is an opportunity for someone to fail where someone else can make 50% on their money while they're getting paid 10% year over year over year, trust me, bro, I'm in a good position to always have funds.
Yeah.
Okay, always have funds,
Yeah.
even if I don't have the money saved.
Yeah.
The money saved, and then have paid off assets over time, bro, it sets you up. And then all the money you do make, how fast can you pour it back out?
Yeah.
So now it goes into inventory, it goes into staff, it goes into bettering the products that we use every day, like trucks, tractors, trailers, blowers, sprayers. Then it's how can we get to the point where now we're creating things for the industry, which is the podcast, which is the nursery growers, which is the doctor, which I never finished, the doctor that goes to your nursery that can literally level you up to a whole nother world and accelerate everything, right? How do you make a better product? Do you know? No. You go get a doctor that knows how to do it. Exactly. You hold him accountable, and now you're accelerated. Now you get in with the guy that sells to Lowe's. Next year, you don't get there 5 years from now. Next year, you're with this guy.
So you're investing in yourself to set yourself
investing,
up.
You have to. You can't save, man. I've always saved, but I'm saving for the next thing. I've never saved to just have it there as a safety net. I don't like that, bro. I like to be in
fluid.
I call it butt naked, bro. Butt naked in the rain.
I like
not self into the business.
Into the business.
And I was gonna ask
yourself is one thing, bro. Your business is another thing.
I was gonna ask you, how do you choose your investments wisely? Because you say you're investing into the business, into your people, into your sales team, into tractors. How do you decide what goes where?
Trust me, the business will tell you. I always say, listen to your business. What is your business need right now to get that done? Yeah. So it's like, if you don't have time and you're after time, you're an entrepreneur to have time to be able to go to a baseball game for your kid. Yeah. If you don't have that time and you're pressed for that time, now it's time to hire staff. Yeah. Which I learned that the hard way, by not thinking I can do it all. Yeah. And I clearly found out that I was doing it wrong. I had to lower my ego and give people opportunities. Yeah. So once I did that, then I realized, wow, now I have time to go do this other thing, you know?
You gained a lot from it.
I gained a lot from it. Like, the business grew 3 times in a few years.
That's amazing.
And I had my time. I had a happier wife.
Because she's able to see
me more, you know, because it takes a lot from you.
Yeah,
it takes a lot from you. And then your kids, you know, you want to be there for your kids. It's like, we have a window super small that they're kids, you know, after that, they're going to be adults. Yeah. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend it on what? Growing to do what? To have all this money for what? You know, like, the wealth, I'll never be able to spend it.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you.
And also invest it into what you know.
Yeah, invest into what you know, and what you don't know. Pay things. Pay for mentorship.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Pay for other people that you can hold accountable. Like anything that you can put your money where there's accountability tied to it, that is a whole nother.
What do you
game
mean by
changer.
accountability?
So if you hire the nursery growers to go and level up your inventory, make sure it's bug free, make sure you're compliant with the state, make sure all these things.
Make sure there's no yellow plants.
Yeah, no yellow plants. You're basically holding us accountable.
Yeah.
So now you're taking your money, you're giving it to someone to take care of that whole thing, and their job is to get you where they promised.
Okay. And having written expectations for what they're going to provide.
Basically,
Holding them accountable.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
accountability.
It's like,
like
having
that.
somebody coming through with
Yeah,
their service.
I love
Like
accountability.
you were
Yeah.
telling me earlier that you expect people to come through and do their great
Yeah.
job, and people are not.
They don't
coming
come.
And when I spoke to him about this earlier, a lot of people in today's age, COVID raised the prices a lot. Everything costs so much more now.
It needs to go up
Yeah,
more.
I'm sure it does.
It needs to go up to
through. But
two
their service
times.
doesn't match.
Because, and then this is what I was telling him earlier.
Yeah, their service doesn't.
Is
matter.
that they want to price out the best quality work, but then they're leaving gaps in their material. They're not providing the best service, but they want to charge the best prices, and that's where people ego is inflated. They want to just charge what this guy's charging next to me. I gotta match his prices, but they're not providing
Well,
the same value.
I've seen little nurseries, dude. I go with the dream team to buy plants, and they're selling the plants for the prices that we sell at. Not that no one can't do that, but they have no clients.
Yeah.
And no one's gonna go because there's no value.
Yeah.
You incrementally can get there, and at the end of the day, you need to make a margin.
Patience.
It's not so much how much you sell, like money wise, but it's a margin,
Yeah.
and you gotta stick in that margin. Because if you go higher than the margin, I was greedy.
Yeah.
There's so many things to talk about. This podcast is already like an hour and a half in. If you are at the end of this podcast, guys, God bless you, because you're getting some value out of it, because it's a longer podcast.
Thank you.
What else you got for me, bro?
I got two. I'm gonna stick to.
And then I have two questions for you.
Perfect. All right. Who was the most important you hired to this day, and how did he free you up?
Important new hire?
Important. What's the most important guy you've hired that helped you elevate your business today to today's success?
I would say the most important one. It's hard to have a most important, bro, because there's a lot of categories.
Yeah.
There's a lot of categories. I know that the one that showed belief in me, which is something that I didn't have before from a brother, was Eddie, which is this guy here.
Amazing.
Yeah, because he believed in me in things that I doubted in myself, but he saw me already there, and
He saw you as the person you are, not the person you
and
thought
he
you were.
was humble enough
Yeah.
to give me that rod and say, yo, this is your staff, bro. You need to carry this and you need to go. And that was massive for me, because it built a lot of confidence in me. You know, when we started doing film and videos and social media and a podcast and all these things, it takes a lot of balls to do that.
It does.
And having somebody that's your brother that is 100% for the better of everything is priceless, man, to have that person on your side, because now you can be just more comfortable.
Yeah.
And I want to say that he's probably one of the most impactful. That's what I would say, impactful. But all the guys that now wear a hat that I wore once, they're all hugely a big part.
Yeah.
And everybody, let's say everybody, but the specific people that wear the harder hats, they are all part of this. And
So
I make sure that none of them, and that's my dream, that none of them are left behind.
Compensate them fairly for what they do.
Not just compensate them, bro. Grow them mentally, man.
Yeah.
Grow them mentally and help them get set up
So you
in
don't learn
life.
with people better than them.
And learn about how to be a good man. If you're a woman, know that, make sure they put a ring on it, hold somebody accountable. No, for real,
Definitely.
man.
No,
I
it's
tell
important.
these little girls, bro,
Yeah.
I tell them, because it's easy for a dude to show up and swindle their way like a snake into these girls, man. You know, so I tell them, hey, make sure that the thing that you have that's most valuable
Yeah.
on this planet is giving a man a child.
Yeah.
You can only give it to one man, because
Yeah.
once you give it to one man, that other guy will never be the first,
Yeah.
right, to have a baby with. So I always tell them the only way you can hold a man accountable is by making sure that they wife you up first.
Yeah.
If they don't do that, they don't deserve anything else from you.
Yeah.
legit. And I tell them that. So, it's those things. It's
Yeah.
not just money. I want everyone at 100K.
Yeah.
I want all. Yeah, that's great, man. But if you're not ready for 100K and mentally you're not there, let's say personally, what justice did I do giving you 100 grand? Or the business providing
because they just whisk it away and it doesn't
either
matter.
either whisk it away or they become
Greedy.
rotten
Yeah.
or worse than whatever. It's about holding people accountable. I hold everyone around me accountable in a loving way.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. And if you fall short, bro, hey, God bless, bro.
Have a
Good
great
luck.
day, yeah.
But everybody around me.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I like it.
Yeah.
So you're constantly giving away jobs. You're taking.
I always do.
I like it.
Yeah. And I give people opportunities, man. You want them to feel nervous.
Yeah.
If you're at a job and you don't feel a little nervous
Yeah,
that
of
you got
course.
something else
Yeah.
you got to tackle,
Yeah.
then your boss isn't holding you accountable enough.
He's not.
You shouldn't be bored.
No.
You should be like, oh, man. And then, like, you want to grow, right? So it's not, let's say a regular job is, I'm gonna get paid 3% raise every year.
Mm-hmm.
How about you take on more tasks that I believe you can do, that now let other people level up as well,
Mm-hmm.
because the person that was doing that task no longer has to do it. Now you get to do it.
Yeah.
So now they get to jump up to a higher seat. You get to jump up to a higher seat, and that's how you get $4 a raise in a year, or a $5 raise next month.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Rather than show up to work and be mindlessly deemed by that
Or
percentage.
waiting for a
Yeah.
3%, or
Yeah.
waiting for a 50-cent raise. That's whack.
It incentivizes them to be better.
To be better.
be production based.
And it holds them accountable.
Yes.
And then it also builds like accountability in them, where they're like, man, I feel like I have a purpose. Everyone here shows up because they know that they need to be here.
Yeah.
That they are a part of a bigger thing.
Yeah.
And that right there, bro, is
Giving them purpose.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know, what are you for Howard and Sons? Where do you see, let's say, the next 3 years for you?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about you as growth, as a human. I'm talking about as the nursery itself.
That's the nursery.
Do you want to get to having 5 acres? Do you want to get to growing a different type of plant? Do you want to become, because you got to find your niche. That's the reason I'm asking you this.
You're very broad.
Yeah, what is a niche? Let's better the question. What is the niche for Howard and Sons?
My niche and what we want to move toward is liners, right? We have all these plants around us that I have access to: Colusia, cocoa plum, silver button, green blunt wood. And you have all this access to different plants, and God created it in a way where you can. You're telling me I can cut something off another plant, stick it in dirt, and it'll grow and it'll be fruitful.
Crazy.
I'm gonna take that all day. So that's something I want to do. That's with this greenhouse. I'm gonna start developing systems to make sure it's written down, like with the fire service. Everything's an SOP. Everything's written down. Everything is made so that there's no process that's not written down that they can't revert back to, because you revert back to the level of your training, right? What you were taught. So I'm going to teach them the way I want them to do it, and then we're going to work that way. So I'm going to work on developing systems, building greenhouses to make sure that the product we have is the best. So developing systems to make sure that we have the best product, developing systems to make sure that people know what they're doing, make sure they have no questions, right? Take all the elimination, all the thinking factor out
Employees.
of it. Employee. And we'll take all the eliminating factors around it, right? From there, we'll just expand. I love the idea of having greenhouses.
How big is the land you have now?
So we're on 10 acres right now.
Wow, that's a big, huge
but
thing, man.
I'm only taking up, I thought about it expanding, investing a lot more money into it. And I didn't want it to be too much that I couldn't handle myself. Because you can bring in people, but if they don't know what to do, they're not led by you, and you don't even know what you're doing yet. Like, I'm still learning. I'm still making mistakes. So you have to develop a system for people to follow you, right? You can't just jump into things not knowing what you're doing. So I'm developing that. We're going to develop systems to make sure we're the best in our business, make new liners, because everybody needs liners. Everybody needs it.
So you wanna have your niche. You want to be a liner guy.
Yeah. I think that's exactly right, because you're not limited, like 3 gallons. You're only limited to how much space you have. With a greenhouse, you can have 10 grand worth of production in, a 30 by 40 area.
You can make. I remember when I was, I want to say I was like 25, 24.
Yeah.
Things were bad in that time.
Yeah.
And I have 2 miss houses.
Yeah.
And I said, man, I can make 100 grand a year for myself just off these 2 houses.
Yeah.
I was like, if things got real bad,
Yeah.
all I need are these 2 houses, man.
Yeah.
I'll sell liners to everybody.
Yeah. Exactly, and that's where I'm going at. That itself will suffice enough product, enough inventory to
Well,
supply
it's a niche.
myself.
It's
Yeah.
a niche.
Yeah.
It takes 3 years to 5 years to build a business,
Yeah.
to be known for something, and then to perfect it by the 5th year or maybe the 8th year, become the best at it. Liners, if you think about it, you look at who sells liners, there's not too many people that do it. So instantly now you
limit your pool.
You reduce the level of competition around. Not everybody grows the same. They don't grow the same amount of numbers. There's years that one product there's not enough of. You can do more of that. And then you're basically focused on what's available and what's not around town. And then you have your basic clients that always buy the same stuff throughout the year. Yeah. So you can grow items for the 12-month year clients, and you can grow items for your boys that they only plant once a year because they're selling to Canada. Yeah. You know, so there's a lot of different opportunities. I buy today crotons, sometimes, not all the time, from this young guy. It's him and his girlfriend. That they're engaged now, I believe. They only do crotons in gallons, in the azalea pots, 4-inch azalea pots, or 6-inch azalea pots. That's all they do. And he started with one house, then he has another house. And I believe he's going to just continue that. Yeah. Because can he do them in 3-gallon? Can he do them in 7-gallon? Yes, but now he's touching a different market. Mm-hmm. If he sticks to that and he grows them really good where they have no mites, they're beautiful. They're cuttings from Costa Rica, which are the best ones. They're the most fire product that allows someone like me to grab it and grow something great for the clients that I have. Yeah. That is a niche that he can grow up and become the croton god in gallons. Yeah. And that's what you want.
Specialize.
You have to. Exactly. You have to find that niche. For you, if you want to do liners, I would stick to only liners, and I would cut out any 3 gallons that I'm doing. Yeah. Because it's wasting your time. You want to focus on where you want to be. Liners. So why focus on growing other things? Because that's what you see everyone else doing.
Got you.
Right? And then like your house, you figured out how to do it. Yeah. You learned what steps are wrong. So now this next one should either take you half the time to do it, half the money to do it because you lost money, or it might be like, you know what, I don't have time for this. Let's help this brother out that God sent me, Fulano, and we're gonna give Fulano the job. How much is it? Oh, it's 20 grand. It is what it is. Okay. And then bite the bullet. And that's why I say you gotta dive into the quicksand. That's diving into the quicksand. You shake this guy's hand. Now you gotta give him 20 grand. He's holding you accountable. Now you have him to hold accountable. Now you're trading your cash for time. And then now in 2 weeks, your house is set up. Yeah. So now the people that need more liners now, because you're doing a better product and you have more clients and you have inventory, now you're on the ball. Yeah. You're moving faster. Yeah. You're getting there quicker. Mm-hmm. So it's not about saving. Yeah. It's about investing and getting into the quicksand, bro. Mm-hmm.
Investing into professionals, like we were saying. Bring the doctor out. Have him. He's going to elevate you and move you faster.
100%. Yeah. So those are the things that if I had to tell you anything, and for you guys listening, you need to get in a niche and you need to climb to the top of your niche. Yeah. Our niche isn't that we grow the best plants. Our niche is that we are known that if you have big projects or you have projects at all and you need someone to source the product, grow the product, deliver it at a specific height at a specific time, someone that can hold product for 6 months, all of these different things, we are those guys. Yeah. Okay, so we work a lot with landscapers and we work a lot with garden centers. Mm-hmm. That is our niche. Not that we're the best growers, not that we're the fastest delivery guys, not that we're this, not that we're just a podcast.
You take the skill away, you take the thought process out of that elimination process.
Everything, and then we give you the best thing, so it makes you look the best. And that's what we've realized has really worked, because these guys, it goes back to what do they need? What does my client need? Yeah. My client needs 10 more acres of plants, but he doesn't have 10 acres of land. Yeah. And then he can't maintain 10 acres of inventory if he had 10 acres more. So you know what? I'm going to maintain it for him. Yeah. I'm going to grow it for him. I'm going to have it over here. I'm going to have this nursery over there that he grows the best stuff. I'm gonna shake his hand and say, hey, can you hold this for me for 90 days? Yes. You need a deposit here. Boom. And now I have that product growing for the next 90 days for this guy, because I know that's when he's going to need it. Yeah. A landscape company, same thing.
And back to loyalty, where you can trust it too.
Yes.
You just
and I'm not chasing the quarter. Yeah. They're not chasing a quarter. We're chasing excellence. Yeah. We're chasing the end line, the end result, something way bigger than just money. Yeah. What do you see? It's a question we ask for everybody. What do you see for the future of the green industry with what you've seen? And the youth. What would you have to say to the youth and the future of the green industry?
I would say to the youth, right? A lot of people are growing up in the nursery industry, and they don't want to take it over, or they don't want to do the landscaping that their dad does, or all these other things. So I think the youth need to really bring it back to basics. And if they don't love the idea of it, that's fine. But try and take over. Come back. Like, this is This is going to be gone in 15, 20 years. Lennar is coming over and taking over everything in Homestead, right? There's only going to be so many of us left, you know? So we're limited based on acreage now, right? Rather than who's doing it, because everybody's selling out, everybody's selling their land, whatever. You need to come back and bring it back to, this is Homestead. We are known for our nurseries, our fruit trees, our the product we provide. So if you bring it back to who you are as a provider, right? You're bringing back the old Homestead. You're taking over the industry that your dad or your mom or your family knows so well, and you can do so much better. My pastor, Deke Mislow, his brother, Sharon and Rose Nursery, they're amazing. They do everything great.
Rose of Sharon.
Rose of Sharon.
That's your pastor?
Deke Mislow.
Oh, Deke Mislow.
His Greg's younger brother.
Greg's younger brother is the pastor?
Yeah. His name's Deke Mislow.
Shout out to Rose of Sharon and Greg, man. That guy opened the church with his money. Yeah, I believe so.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
And
he was someone very inspirational in my life, that out of all the people, when I would go to his nursery, he has a big nursery interior, he would put me on the golf cart. Yeah. And he would ride around with me, and he would spend 30 minutes, 45 minutes with me, just showing everything, just talking to me. Yeah. So shout out to you, Greg. I love you.
I've gotten a few quick minutes out of him.
Yeah.
And he's been helpful to me, you know. You see these guys, and he's passing it down to his son, which I'm so grateful for, because now we have somebody in common, and I can eventually make that relationship and build myself as well as him, you know. So fall into the business, fall into family business, you know. Stop having this idea of, oh, I need to go to college. You don't need to. You need to.
No, get rid of the idea of quick money.
Yeah, quick money. Everybody wants to chase the stock or the new NFT.
That's already established.
Yeah, follow something that's established.
But you're lucky in the sense that you have that background. Yeah. Like we both are, because I'm second generation in this as well. But my dad lost everything.
But that taught you something.
Oh, that was my university.
There you go. It taught you a lot about how to fail.
Yeah, 100%. We have parents and generational knowledge and like all of that already, but someone that's listening that doesn't have access to 10 acres, that doesn't have access to that, don't be scared and let that limit you. If you feel called, listen to me, if you feel called to be a part of the industry, you need to dive in. Okay, so it's go and talk to people like myself, like Keith, not be scared. And I guarantee you that if you show up that way, there will be people that will help you out. They will guide you, and the opportunities will start to click. And before you know it, you'll be on your own path, creating your own niche to be exalted, to be number one at where you can provide excellence for the industry. Don't ever think that you can't do it. Like I said in the beginning, I will be your biggest cheerleader.
Yeah. And if you want to be a part of Keith's growth, also call Keith.
There you go. Call me.
You can call Keith. You can DM him on Instagram, Howard & Sons Nursery. You know, I love the fact, dude, that you're fluent on there. There's a lot of people that are scared to speak or to show their face on these platforms, tying it into our industry. Our industry's super outdated, dude. I feel like if you grab that by the reins, bro, you're going to have opportunity. Do not think that Instagram is everything. Yeah. Because that's a false perception that we've realized. I was not built off Instagram. Yeah. Like we had something to show for it before we jumped on Instagram. Yeah. I had 10 years under the belt before we jumped on social media. Instagram is not everything. Plant Finder, those places help you get places. Yeah. Also going and shaking hands with people.
That's the most important.
That's the most important. Yeah. Like if you take your inventory right now, the 5-7 items that you grow, when they're up to par, don't take crap to people.
Yeah, sell a good product.
Take the fire, and you need to go to the nurseries. Listen to me. The nurseries that can sell your product. Yeah. People that broker product. The people that need stuff for step up. So the guy that has 7-gallon material to get rid of all your 3 gallons so you can focus on your niche. Yeah. You say, hey, do you have 3 gallons to step up into 7s? Because I see you only have 300 left. Yeah. Come here. Come outside with me real quick. Let me show you what I got. Yeah. And now you show him and you tell him, look, dude, do. And
look what I have.
Look what I have. Yeah. And maybe he says things are tight right now, but you know the guy has a good reputation. Yeah. You say, listen, I'll give you 30 days. But I think your best bet is to get into nurseries that read wholesale, that are local here, and that'll be like your fastest ticket to sell the 3-gallon inventory.
I like it.
And now you stay active on these different platforms, and that'll create opportunities. God bless you, my dude. Thank you for coming, bro. This was really good. I finally got to meet him in person. He's way taller than I thought. Not that I'm short, but he is definitely tall. And just kudos to you, bro. Much love. I love the fact that you're doing it. I love the fact that you're here on a podcast. Most people, they cringe at the fact of coming on. This goes to all you boys, I'm calling you out, that have been doing this for way longer, that you're in your niche, you're on the peak, and it's time to jump
But a
on the
lot of people
podcast.
also get nervous.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
It's okay to be nervous.
I know, it's
Talk.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay to be
But
nervous, but
it's
it's
okay.
not scared to not fall into it.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
if you feel called to do something like this, then it's obviously, it's easier than if you're not. Because we've had people freak out that we just stop the podcast and they just leave.
Oh goodness.
One time.
One
One
time.
time.
He's
But
like,
guess
bro,
what?
he's like, you have any tequila, bro? I need a tequila shot. I'm like, bro, we don't have tequila. He's like, oh, I can't do this. I'm like, all right, bro, no worries.
It's a
Yeah.
great opportunity.
Yeah,
to
being able, and that comes back to being a salesperson.
Yeah.
Being able to sell yourself as a person, because you're not going to sell the product you have forever.
Yeah.
You're only going to have so much of it. It's selling to people yourself, right?
Position
To me,
yourself.
yeah, position
position.
yourself.
Position
Yeah,
yourself in the industry.
Yeah.
This positions you
build
in it.
relationships.
It does. And now you get to be credible. Now
Yeah.
you get to sit on a podcast
Yeah.
of the industry, and you're there as a young dude. You're representing the industry, the youngins, not just the young in age, but young in career
People know
choice.
who you are now, too.
Yeah.
You know, like anybody that's listening to this, they now they have a whole different image of who
Yeah.
You are.
Howard and Sons is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The face of the brand. You are the face of Ace Ornamental, and you sell yourself as well as your product. People like to see, like, a lot of these guys that I see on nurseries, like, they'll post just the plant or their plant and the number and how much it is. You don't know who you're buying from.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
You don't know what this guy looks like. Like, you know exactly what I look like. You know exactly how I present myself the second I walked in the door.
How you're gonna talk?
Yeah, exactly. Now, I may have been a little bit taller than you expected, but you kind of know who I am,
Yeah.
before you come in and you introduce me to yourself.
Yeah.
It's an amazing
And
way.
anybody that's trying to do business with you now knows who you are,
Yeah.
knows your story.
Yeah.
If they listen to this, they know that you're a genuine guy. You are a man of faith. You're a man that has a career. You're a man that's trying to grow.
You're a man that can be held
What you've done
accountable.
here is position yourself to anybody that wants to work with you.
Yeah. And I'm so blessed that you guys had me on this
Fine.
podcast.
Yeah, we're
Able to
blessed.
present myself and show myself to your audience. So I'm so
Now
grateful.
you'll share this with your friends, your family.
Yeah.
People that, hey, I want to buy from you. Well, here, watch this podcast.
Yeah.
See who I am so you understand.
You
who I am.
can put this on a website, on your website. Hey, check
Put it
out
in
my
the bio.
podcast so you
Yeah,
get to
put it
know
in
who
the
we
bio.
are.
Yeah.
Dude, you could do a lot of things. You can
Yeah.
make clips with this. You could do a lot of things. Not everybody does. A lot of people don't take advantage of it
Yeah.
because again, they're older
Yeah.
and
TikTok.
they
Yeah.
don't have that savviness.
Yeah.
But you're young. I would expect
Definitely.
more fire to come
Yeah.
out and opportunities, bro. You can definitely grow by jumping on this, and that was
sir.
the point. Propel you forward.
Yeah, I'll be happy to send you, once I finish everything, I'll email you if you want to chop up things. That
I
you
would
wanna
love
use
to.
yourself.
Yeah. I would
And
love
if
to.
you want, collab with us, and I'll be happy to repost it.
I'm so into it. I'm definitely into it.
Guys, you guys listening, if you have any questions for Mr. Keith, you can always reach out. If you want to look at the product that he sells as well, you can go on Instagram. You go on planet.com. You can check him out there as well. If you're not on planet.com, we're just going to put in the link in the bio.
Oh, all his information will be there.
I know, but if you're not on planet.com, we interviewed them. They were number 10, okay, on the podcast. I think you should go listen to that because it talks a lot about opportunities and stuff. We interviewed the founder, one of the founders, and we also interviewed salesperson for the nation, which is Catalina, which I think if you are growing plants and you want to get plugged up wholesale-wise, you need to be on this platform. It's the cheapest way to get plugged in. On top of that, you need to jump on plantfinder.com. Guys, I love you. God bless you. Stay hungry, stay pumped, stay safe, and I hope you got a lot of value out of
Strive for
today's
improvement.
episode. And hold
Time
on
for the
tight,
blueprint.
'cause we're gonna bring more fun.
Mindset elevate, thrive, and demonstrate. Planting a movement. Sow the seeds, educate the flourish. Building up the team. Our network with purpose. Industry is green. We've only scratched the surface. Know this calling is deep. Nobody gon' outwork us. Yeah, we chasing greatness, trying to give the code. Moving up with patience, foundation stone. Doing what it takes. We're here to break the mold. This for anyone who wanna level up. Let's grow.